Hello, my friend, and welcome. I'm so glad you could stop by today. Actually, you might be surprised to know that Buck actually picked up this on his own. I did not instruct him to do it, and honestly, it's a great way to start the day. Okay, so just taking a quick look at things, I was wondering something. I don't know. I had myself convinced that we need to pay to go to the destination worlds, but now I'm second guessing myself. So I wanted to take a look at that. Um, Even if we do, okay, yeah, well, yeah, must be booked on a phone or computer. So we don't have the money to do that, but I am going to go ahead and do some traveling just for the sake of finding other places to go fishing because we need to explore other areas. I don't even think there are any fishing places here, are there? Maybe? I'm kind of curious now. Um, we need more fish. We have several different um, things to achieve, and I'm we need money really badly, to be honest. We need money more than anything, and it's definitely made a little more difficult by having Becca in university because we need money for that as well. Luckily, it was paid for already beforehand, but we're going to need that. Okay, we do have. Let's see. I need bait, but I don't want to use my frogs. That's the hardest part here is that I don't have the bait. But I'm going to have Becca fish with us. She is a little squeamish, but I think she might be all right. And if she can catch some smaller fish, maybe we can use those fish to use them as bait. They're both feeling a little chilled though, but I can actually go ahead and breed these also. So that gives us a little money there. And okay, she caught a goldfish and she is nauseated from catching a fish. So that's not going well. I'm going to send her home and it's going to be just Buck for the moment. We did catch an angelfish. I think that is a new fish for us. We have caught a bass before, so we should be all right. I'm actually going to have him fish with the goldfish. No? Okay. Fish with the goldfish. There we go. All right. And then I'm going to have him fish with the bass. Okay. He made 6 great catches already. So that's awesome. Looks like we're catching some new fish too. Okay, we're going to try the, I cannot pronounce that, cichlid, I think. Okay, whoa, okay, all right, here we go. We caught a vampire squid. I'm actually going to mount that because we have been mounting our rarer fish. And we're going to try again with the bass. Let's see, how many more? 3 more fish we need to catch with bait. So, yeah, hopefully we can. He's very proud of himself right now. Can you fish with the bass as bait? All right, there we go. Catch a big one. I think that's the only one we can catch in this area, but I'm not positive on that. But I definitely am glad he's getting hungry, though. I'm hoping we can catch these other fish, though. I really want to. Okay, he caught a minnow. A minnow will work very well for bait. It's not going to catch us anything particularly exciting, but I don't really want to use the angelfish, but I might. Let's see. We need 2 more fish. Okay. Come on, you can do it before you're too hungry. Oh, okay. Okay, he ran out of minnows, but he did catch a walleye. I think that's a new one also. Let's actually take a look at our collections and see how we're doing on that. We have... Okay. So far, 9 out of the... I think we caught more than that. It's 9 right there. And then 10, 11, 12, 13. Do we have to catch all of these fish? This is the only one unique to the vampires, so we're doing well there. A lot of these we can catch when we're in other areas. We could go to Moonwood. Try there. Okay, we caught another of the squid. So I'm going to go ahead and use that as bait. And cross our fingers. We can... Oh, no. Okay, fish with the vampire squid. And can these bite? Okay, they can be bred already again. I swear that you can do that a lot faster than you used to be able to. Okay. Just gotta catch that fish. Come on, you can do it. There we go. Alright, so we got a puffer fish this time. A rare puffer fish. I'm not going to mount that one. I'm kind of sticking more to the very unique fish, but I'm going to go ahead and sell these fish, which is sadly only 138. How hungry are you? I think we can push you a bit longer and try to just at least finish off this section. Actually, I want to check the rewards because there is one for collecting, I believe. A lot of these are modded ones, but let's see what we have. It's... I think it's one that's a little bit higher value. We do have the free services. That could be handy for us. Heatproof and iceproof definitely would have an advantage. Actually, I think the collector trait is one that we get from completing collections, which does feel a bit silly because if you've already completed the aspiration, you already went through all that work of completing a collection. So I don't know. Inspired Explorer. No. I guess we're just gonna make you iceproof to start, and then we'll work on the heatproof next. But yeah. Alright, I'm gonna push him until he's just a bit too hungry, and then we'll head home, but hopefully we can max out that skill before then. Well, the fishing experience must have Becca doing some deep thinking because she just messaged Buck and said, I need to challenge myself. A new job might be the solution. What do you think? I think he would tell her to follow her heart. Alright, it says I don't know right now. I'll take some time to reconsider. Alright. Apparently she got a new job. She's at school right now, so I'm not sure what that job is. I'm actually going to take a look. So she's working as a live chat support agent. This seems rather out of the blue. I guess she was so terrified by her experience of, outdoorsy life that she had to change jobs. I didn't even know she had a job, but she had to change jobs to start working in a very tech-centered job. That's a very interesting choice, but we'll just roll with it. And there we go. We have moved on to the next level. So now we need to collect 20 types of fish. So far we have collected 16 different types of fish, and we need to get to level 10 of fishing, which should not be difficult for us. And we just caught a batfish. I didn't even know that one was an option because maybe I missed that. But we are going to go ahead and mount that one, and we're going to get him to head home and deal with his issues. All right, he is back home and dealing with his needs. Becca is off at one of her classes, and we are looking at 1,400 simoleons now. It is Monday, so I believe we have already paid the bills, but I will verify that in just a moment. But I think it might be an opportunity for us to expand. We also, if you've been following my other Let's Plays and such, you would know that I have added a new mod, or collection of mods, I should say, by Lot 51. And those mods now require us to have internet and things like a water heater and a condenser unit if we want our heating and cooling and warm water. So kind of just adding another element to everything, but those things cost money, and so we are definitely going to have a bit of expenses here. I'm just going to let him work through this. I think with him having mail, I am concerned that we actually have some bills to pay here yet. But one of the things too, we are going to have to get an actual computer with her having this job, because this typewriter does not allow for us to do things like the playing video games like she needs to do for her job. So that probably should be a priority for the sake of helping us to earn money, but that also makes the internet a priority. And we'll have to wait until the morning to be able to do that. I think she can play some games without that, but we're going to have to give it a try and see. We have multiple things here. We're going to need to expand in order to make room for another desk. So I think it might be wise for us to try to create a new room that will fit the bed. I'm not sure. I kind of might want to do it over this. I think I might actually rearrange this. So we will expand this, bring that back, hopefully not too far here, and then maybe for now place a bathroom over here. We are chewing up our money really quickly. Okay, so then we can place the tub here, the toilet here. Okay, and sorry Buck, we're gonna wake you up here. We're gonna place that there. I'm going to move this over. Actually, I might just move that to the middle front right now. And we'll go ahead and move this window out here. And I think we're just going to copy this door over to there. And then for now, we'll just kind of center these desks. I think she will get one that is similar, but I'm going to change the color. The desks are nice and cheap, so I'm not too worried about the cost. Oh, actually, that is a variation apparently on that same chair. Interesting. I think I'm going to give her actually I'll do this one. Kind of matches it. All right. What is the expense? Okay, that's 30. That's 90. Interesting. This one is only 12. I'm going to actually change his out too. We'll give him this one. It's just more of a visual change than any actual. I don't think, though, that we are going to have enough to buy a computer. I forgot about the couch. We bought a couch. Where? Okay, we got this at level 2. we can actually use that because it has video game skill, programming skill. Okay, so we can use that. And then we can move our couch in here. Totally forgot we had a couch. Actually, we're going to have to hang on to that couch for a bit. I think we will sell this painting. I need to hang on to money, but I think I'm going to extend this back. And then we will place a couch here for now. Kind of an awkward layout at the moment, but it gives them a place to sit to eat at least. And then we're going to go back here. And first I'm going to check for Sims Link. We need to have internet. That is probably a priority over heating and cooling at the moment, because I think they're pretty much okay with that because they're using a lot of off-the-grid type things. So I'm thinking that's not a major priority. I'm just going to go ahead and plunk that down there. And we'll have to call them. I know that I don't have enough to get the Plum Brothers stuff right now, so we will have to wait on that. I do want to finish off the siding for everyone, for everything here, and then fix my rooftops. This should be a mess. Alright, this we should be able to just bring on back. This we bring forward and widen. I'll have to adjust that down. Okay, that looks pretty good. And we'll just take a copy of that and move it over here and just shorten it up for the purpose of fitting here. Alright, well, we can change like so. Sure. I don't think that's too bad. What do you think? I think I kind of want to bring this down to match the other one. And bring this up a notch. Like so. I think that looks better. Normally of the belief that the pitch of the roofs should kind of be pretty similar, but honestly I'm thinking right there it's looking a little better if it's not. Alright, so we have a separate bedroom now. Bathroom has just shifted locations, and we have a wider living room space. Yeah. It's a little dark in here, but at least we have the basics. Alright, what are you doing? Oh, you're getting some water. Why don't you go ahead and get some sleep, and oh, she's got her final grades in already. Alright, that would be for her first. Yes, we'll need to sign up for another term. Okay. Now to decide what we can afford. She needs 5 classes to graduate. So I think I'm just going to have her take 2 classes right now. She will be working from, or going to school from home. That is going to wipe out the last of our funds. Not the greatest place to be in, but why do we have some random guy here using our bathtub? That's super weird, but she's going to go ahead and play a game so we can at least get that requirement down. And then we need to do our homework for our 2 classes. And I'm thinking the best place for this is probably going to be in here for now. Probably the best place that she will get some peace and quiet. And honestly, I don't know if I can really fit this in anywhere yet. It's the main reason I want them to have a bigger bedroom is so that the dog has someplace to sleep. But, alright. So she is working on this interesting looking old processor and getting her tasks done. She still wants to write though also, so it's really don't have time to go to the Humor and Hijinks Festival. We have actual work to do. Alright, and then keeping an eye here on him, he needs to reach charisma level 3 and photography level 2. Okay, that's interesting. Is this the... It doesn't feel like the base game. I know I had some things that have been overwritten, but yeah, I don't remember needing charisma and photography to do the writing skill before. But we're gonna go ahead and keep working on it. Need we need the money, so whatever they make us do, we're gonna do it. It's kind of cute watching the two of them sit here side by side and work on their respective jobs. Um, I think actually we're gonna have her stop playing though, so that she can get her homework done. We have class. Oh, it was literally right there. First class is in 11 hours, but we work in 12 hours. So, not sure how that's going to work out. I don't think she thought about that when she took her position. We will do our best. She's not necessarily going to do well in school when she has to leave it to go to work, unless this is a work from home type job. But it doesn't seem like it, and I can't remember. It could get interesting. I do love even how they're sitting here on the couch together. It's so just kind of cozy looking, despite the fact that, it's also unfinished and really not cozy, but I like it. Okay, I think what I've decided to do is I'm going to have her take a vacation day while I can, and that will hopefully um, allow her to finish school without us messing up her job performance too much, and then she would still get paid, which could be super helpful for us. So actually, I'm kind of surprised she has vacation days, but 3 vacation days should help us on the days that interfere with our time off, because I noticed that she was supposed to start school very, very shortly, after going to work. So that would, yeah, or start school just before she would have to go to work. And that doesn't work out very well. Also, I noticed that Buck just got some headphones, and because we are doing so poorly on money, I'm going to go ahead and sell those. I'm going to try, yeah. I feel like the breeding, I've said this before, but I feel like we can breed so much more frequently than I remember being able to do before. And I'm not sure if that is kind of a bug or something, but I'm going to take advantage of it while I can. I want to take a peek here too real quick. Okay, so she completed her daily task. Her homework is complete. We'll have to work on the presentation, but I think we're going to have her just kind of work on writing until she needs to go to school, because that is going to be a part of her thing, I think, kind of. It's something they share. Also, he needs to go to work, apparently. Probably because I wasn't home when his new workday started, so he kind of missed that opportunity. But I don't think that's a bad thing necessarily for him to go to work once in a while. It just doesn't feel like it fits him. Okay, Duke has been sprayed by a skunk, but he has collected more feathers, which I will have Buck clean up in a moment. And it's hung up on this. Okay, whoop, so many things going on. Okay, it's hung up on me not being able to save because I queued up for him to take pictures because I need to work on his photography skill. So there's a lot going on. All right, late payment. Buck discovered the hardest part of being a freelancer is getting paid on time. He can either hound the company for the money or just move on and not waste any more time that could be used working. I'm going to beg for the paycheck. We are not above begging right now. Just because Buck earned the money, that doesn't mean that he won't have to beg now and then. Ah, freelance work. Fortunately, in this case, he's able to get what he's owed. So we got the 50 simoleons. I'm so glad for that because we need every penny we can get, and I didn't have a chance to adjust Becca's time there. Okay, actually, you could go to work for a little bit. I know that you're taking a vacation day, but I don't know if that's going to affect you at all. Okay, sorry about that. I did have a phone call in between, so if I seem a little bit off from when I last spoke, that is the explanation for why. We do have a bit of funds here now, so I'm grabbing some of the things that we will need to get going. I think I want to mainly focus on having one in the main area here as far as a vent, and I think we'll get the thermostat right away. So then we only need to worry about getting two more vents, one for the bedroom and one for the bathroom. And then the main condenser unit, which is 2000 or 1475. So actually we can get this vent right away, and I'm just going to slip that in here because these are only 25. We're basically blowing all of the money, and I'm not sure how well the heating will work when we have wide open windows, but it's The Sims. There is no logic here. All right, so we'll need 1,475 and ideally a turbine for the top. So we're looking at about 1,600 just to kind of get the heating and cooling on the move here. I have him queued up. The dog needed a bath because of the skunk situation again. And so I have him queued up. She is getting her video games in for the day before she has to start work. And I think, she left her homework on the floor. So we're going to have her do her homework when she's done there. And I think she'll have plenty of time. And then I also grabbed a vacuum, so we can work on that too. So I'm going to have him do the vacuuming when he's done. So I think overall we're not doing too horribly. We had some of our what's the word I'm looking for? Okay. Buck's editor didn't think it was his best work and could benefit from more thorough editing and some revisions. Buck must make the revisions and resubmit to the editor within the next 24 hours to make it in time for the next print deadline. So the article that we made did not go over as well as I had hoped, but and now I completely lost track of what I was going to say. I am all kinds of frazzled now that I've gotten, do you ever get a phone call or something in the middle of doing something and then you completely forget what you were doing and it's just chaos after that? Let me see. Okay, she's a geek. Yeah, I could totally believe that. All right. Let's see. This will remind me. I know it because I was about to go here. Got the feathers. We got... Okay, maybe not. Oh, the money that we get for the books that we did write, the royalties, those came in, so that was kind of why we had the money to do what we did, plus I had more of the breeding for the frogs and all of that. We're not finding a lot of time to fish right now with our work skills, and Duke is off having an adventure in this bush again. I think it might be best if we remove the bush, but at the same time, I kind of want those feathers. I think I might want to head to Brindleton, though, and bring Duke along and have him chase after the birds there, so that maybe we can pick up a little variety in those feathers. But he is so flirty. He's just constantly flirty around her, and I find that really sweet. Okay, she's going to be hungry, so I'll have her grab some leftovers. I think I'll have her do that after homework. And then if she has time, I will have her gather information on her board there. All right, so he is writing. Okay, looked over the revised piece and finally approved it. Excellent. Okay, so we made a little bit of money, but we need to write more articles. All right, write another article. Also, this is what I forgot to mention. I added a mirror and sink to the bathroom. The main reason for the mirror was because he needs to work on his charisma, and I figured we had the money, I might as well go ahead and complete that, and actually probably queue him up for that pretty soon. All right, I'm going to kind of just work through writing of the articles, getting those submitted, and have him work on charisma. She's going to do her homework, and if anything important comes up, we'll check back in. Well, his typewriter broke, so I have him practicing charisma, which he has just now reached his 3rd level, so I'm going to have him go over and repair that. Apparently he wants to kiss his dog. He is so flirty, he will kiss whoever is willing to accept it. And let's see, Clara, we'd like you to join the upper crusts. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. Actually, her homework took her a lot longer than I had planned on. I forgot we had that the SimsLink tech coming today. Yeah, hopefully we have the money to pay for all of the services that we ordered. Actually, I do have a coupon in one of their... No, I don't. I could have sworn I had a coupon. Maybe I need to get the mail. Let's get the mail. Let's hope there's not bills in there that we haven't paid yet. But there should be a coupon coming at some point here. Because it almost always seems to come with a new household. Oh, and the SimsLink tech is here. So we're going to go ahead. I love that your hair matches your shirt. That's actually impressive. Okay. Invite in. Okay, we got royalties for I'm No Stranger to the Rain. We got everything from the mailbox, which is, in fact, our coupon. And we're going to go ahead and sell these supplies for now. Alright. And we're going to... I think you know what to install it on. Alright, so SimsLink is installed, and actually we have a pop-up here from Becca. She is at work, and it says potentially awkward conversation. Becca sees that the next customer in the chat queue is an old flame of hers, and things didn't exactly end prettily. The other agents are tied up. Should she respond to the chat request, or pretend not to notice? I think Becca is a professional. She can handle this. She will do the chat. It's going to have to be what it is. Lucky for Becca, the relationship wasn't as memorable as she thought. Or at least the flame doesn't acknowledge her name or chat picture. Becca meets this customer's service needs and avoids an awkward confrontation. Performance gain small. Alright, so Duke is over there defeating squirrels again. Duke needs to chill out with that bush, but I have him... Okay. Apparently standing in the water now. He's really into the fishing. He's just taking a break because he was not able to work on his computer or his typewriter while the tech was here, but, okay, unable, we need a satellite dish here. I forgot that in this world, there's actually a map that you can access. Let's see, I think I can do it. I'll have to, alright, so we are in one of the areas that needs a satellite dish to get service. Luckily, the satellite dish is not too insanely expensive. So we're going to pop it there. We may have to adjust the angle of it if we have any issue, but let's see if that works. There we go. We've got a green light now. So we are online, and I'll have him get the password. We're going to go ahead and finish writing articles now. And yeah, resume that article. And hopefully we can get this one passed through, and then I can work on his photography skill a bit. Actually, while I'm here, I want to get this over near the house because it's really awkward having it so far away. And actually, I want the other one. Let's see. Mailbox. The mailboxes are free, so we don't have to worry about an expense here. So I wanted to find, I think there's one, yeah, there's the different stone ones. I have this new one that I got, but I think I'm going to go with the one from here. It's not exactly fitting the challenge here of which pack we're working on, but I think, yeah, I think that just suits the build just a little bit more. We are going to definitely need to work on getting the money together to start making those trips, because we have the other aspiration to work on yet. But I think we're doing pretty well with this one. The most difficult thing here, I think, is catching 3 more different types of fish. But I think if we are using different types of bait and stuff, we should be all right. Actually, I am wondering if we could order... Oh, browse engagement rings. We might need to start looking into that. I want to order some... I think it falls under gifts. Oh, here's seeds. So I wanted to... I don't know if I want seeds or if I want to just buy the whole fruits to start with. Let's see. Let's look under gifts. Yeah, okay. Gardening. I think I'm going to buy a variety of things. I don't have a ton of money, so I can't go too crazy. But I want to try a couple of different things here, preferably on the lower end. Okay. Let's try a couple of apples and a couple of bonsai buds. All right. We spent like half of our money, but that gives us some bait to work with. Okay, he's done with the writing of articles. So I think I'm going to have him, first of all, just take a couple pictures. I think we'll do take a photo of. Can I do that? Yeah, let's take pictures of Duke. This seems like the kind of thing that he would do, because Duke is his good buddy. I mean, it's not the greatest picture, but... Okay. Our main goal is just getting our skills up, so... Wow. Dude, you've got to stop getting flirty when you talk to your dog. It's really a bit on the disturbing side. Just saying. Alright, let's take some more pictures of Duke. And I did notice that there is a thing here to change the pose. Do we actually change pose? Yeah, we do. I didn't even know that was a possibility until today. It would be nice if there was not a chair right in our way, but we'll make it work. We just need to take the pictures to get our skill up. All right, what is our skill at anyway? Okay, it's probably one of our lower skills, but yeah, we're at level 1 and we need it at level 2. We're about halfway there, but I think we're gonna do a quick travel to somewhere else to do some fishing and wrap up for today. I don't know what we actually accomplished other than building our house, and I guess, you know, Becca did complete one of her semesters of university. I'm feeling like we didn't do a whole lot, but at least we accomplished something, I guess. I think there's a fishing spot here, so we're gonna head here and check that out. All right, so we have him queued up to fish with some pomegranates here in Tartosa, and hopefully we can catch something different, but we will check in with him next time. But that is all for today. I hope you enjoyed your visit. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos like this. If you didn't, I mean, I'm sorry. Let me know how I can do better. Don't forget to comment. Let me know what you thought about today's video. Have a great day, and I hope to see you again real soon.